we are back. That's right, we are back to Football 101. Excuse me, we are back to Football 101. I am the big. We are officially back. That's right, I'm back. Football 101. This is week 4. Week 4? What is it? Week 4? Yeah, game 4. A week in review of game 4. Week 4. This is the Beetle. I am the Beetle. That's right, I am the Beetle. And I'm going to give you the breakdown. That's right, the quick breakdown of week number 4. Week number 4. Wow. Week number 4. I'm saying wow already. Lots of development during week number 4. In NFL, in college. That's right. In NFL and college. It's a tell-all. It's things are starting to settle down. Teams are starting to show the pattern. And it's almost getting there. But it's still just the first quarter. It's really the first quarter of the season. The season is still long. But wow! Oh, yes. The Beetle is coming out saying, wow! What is going on? And I'm going to straight. That's right. I'm going straight to the big game. The big Sunday night game with the Chiefs visiting the Bucs. Chiefs visiting my Bucs. And the Chiefs win this game 41-31. It really wasn't a contest. Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs came out wheeling and dealing. The magic is in full effect with Patty Mahomes. And so they were wheeling and dealing. Kelsey was catching TDs. Patty Mahomes was throwing behind his back, doing all types of things, getting the ball out before he gets tackled. And yes, he was in stride. They were winning 21-3 in the second, 28-10 in the second, 28-17 in the first half, 38-24, and the score ended 41-31. But I really want to so I'm giving props, okay, right now, up front, I'm giving props to Patty Mahomes. Even Schuster got into the act, and he was throwing the ball to all of his wide receivers, and their defense is even stepping up. So I give props, week 4, give props to Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. And now I get to the reason why. The reason why the Bucs did not play up to their standard. From the very first, and I'm just going straight from Coach Todd Bowles, breaking down the game right after, the next day, the night of, and then the next day. Todd Bowles was completely frustrated. From the very first start, the kickoff, the Bucs fumbled the kickoff and gave the ball right up front to Kansas City. It was 7-0 within 30 seconds of the game. So they're coming from behind. Breakdown from Todd Bowles. Now this is the breakdown from the coach. He said pass defense, poor. Coverage was poor. Didn't stop the Chiefs on third down, poor. No edge rushing at all. Missed tackles. And he just basically said, we got our butts kicked. We have, got our butt kicked. And that defense, what happened to the Bucs defense? The linebackers, the defensive backs, not making plays. What's going on? Excuse me, I got a little cold, little sniffles right now. It's been a long week. Hopefully I can make this entire. I don't know if I'm going to make the entire broadcast, but please bear with me. But the running back Rashid White, who fumbled the opening kickoff, he came back, ran hard, trying to make up for his mistake at the very beginning. But you can see. Oh, excuse me. I may have to stop this tape. Sorry about that. This is live. I'm blowing my nose during the... Yes, I gotta blow my nose. Sorry about that. This is live. This is live, folks. This is what happens in football. This is what happens in football. Football 101. I'm taping this on a Wednesday. My allergies are not my allergies. My sinuses are acting up in the middle of the day. So I apologize about that. But that's the way the week has been. That's the way the week has been to the Beetle. We gotta step up. And we are stepping up. But let me get back to the game. Tom Bowles will come. I tell you what's going on in Buckland. They've gotten complacent. Their number one starters, like I said last week, didn't play last week, but now they're getting back in the fold. Mike Evans finally came back after his 1-game suspension. Mike Evans caught 2 touchdowns. Excuse me. Mike Evans stepped up. He was making catches. Finally, Chris Godwin, he finally was in there. He stepped up. Coming from a year injury. He was doing what he needed to do. Julio Jones finally got into the mix. Where you been, Julio? And the running attack, Fournette was doing the best he could. They need extra help in the running attack. And even Brady said during the post-game conference that, they were just not in sync. You could tell it. They were playing catch-up. And they made a good stride in playing catch-up, but you can't play catch-up against a good team a great team like the Chiefs. I'm not going to give it up entirely, folks. Come on. But a good team like the Chiefs. It's just that the Bucs they're disjointed. Offensively and defensively. And the defense has been out there too much, and they're just playing bad. And I don't know what Todd Bowles is how he's managing this, because he's a defensive-minded coach. So I don't know what's going on the defensive side. And Todd Bowles I like Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is a player's coach, but sometimes you need to be scared of your coach. And I don't know if the players are putting in the work through the week. So apparently something's not really jiving during the week's worth of practice. And plus when you got all these injuries. So as coach says, if the injuries complete, and as Brady said, but once we get in the fold, we got to get on the same page. And it starts by grinding through practice. And it will show in the game. So it is apparent that they are not grinding, working hard enough. And Shaq Barrett, I'm calling out Shaq Barrett on defense. Where's the edge rushing? There's no edge rushing. Devonte White, where are you? David, where are you? Making plays. The defense usually makes some major stops. They were gassed. The defensive backs, they were trying to make plays, but they were a step behind. And you're going to have a different type of passing attack with Patty Mahomes, and his magic act. Yeah, I'm going to say Patty Mahomes and his magic act. Well, I'm going to stop right there. I'm getting kudos to Patty Mahomes and his magic act. But when it really comes back down to the Bucs didn't play well. They know it. And they're playing catch up. So kudos to that. But the bottom line is the Bucs got to get their act together. This is game 4. They're 2-2. It's not panic time. But they are disjointed. So someone, somewhere, head coach, it's the head coach, has to step up, get Byron Leftwich and call a better game. Get some running attack. Get the ball in the hand of Chris Godwin now that he's back. Get the ball in Julio Jones. We're paying you a lot of money, Julio. And we can't rely upon Cole Beasley. We can't rely upon Cole Beasley. No, I'm sorry. Can't rely upon Cole Beasley. What is he, a 14 player now? I don't know. But anyway, it was a sad press conference, and they're pissed. But are they going to respond? I don't know. I tell you right now, I don't know if the Seahawks are going to respond. Because it apparently is very disjointed. So there you go. Next game. I'm going to get to the next game. So I gave it up to KC and the Bucks. The next game I want to highlight real fast. Oh my God. Like I said, it was a tough week. And my boy Tua with the Dolphins. Such a tragic situation that happened when he was hit his head, thrown down, severe concussion. It was scary. The Dolphins and the Bengals. It was scary. I mean, I just threw everything out. There's no big analysis. Bengals won 27-15, but it was all about Tua. And really felt for him. Yes, he's suffered enough of the past couple of weeks. And there's a big investigation, rightly so. And it looks like he responding better, throughout the week. But he needs time off. But you can see the impact how Tua has touched his teammates. Tyreek Hill, when I saw his comments after the game, Waddle, and then Coach Mike McDaniel. I mean, they were basically in tears. Mike McDaniel, like I said, he's doing the best he can. First year coach. I'm still all in support of Mike McDaniel. He's received a lot of heat this week, and they fired the neurologist from last week. Not the team doctor, but the analyst from the week before. So rightly so, you gotta look out for the health of the players. And again, when I saw the camaraderie, and let me just say this one other note before the game, because I didn't know whether Tua was going to play or not, but Tua was talking about, man, our team has come together. He said even in the locker room, the players brought in a ping pong table, just to do camaraderie stuff after practice. And he said the players, my guys are just getting into this ping pong. He wanted to, and it was all due to Tyreek Hill bringing in some relaxation activity. So they brought in some ping pong. He said everyone started to play like they were ping pong experts. And so it was just that the nuances, what Tua was bringing, the camaraderie, changing the culture of the Dolphins, and you just feel for Tua. So the Dolphins lost to the Bengals. Bengals are 2-2 now, and the Dolphins are 3-1. Teddy B, he's out there doing the best he can. So I don't know if they're going to rally around Teddy B or not, but at least he got an experienced quarterback for the next several games. I think you got to give Tua plenty of time, as much time as possible. So that was a really crushing blow right there. So there you go. And now let me get to Monday Night Football. I loved it. It's the 49ers taking down the Rams 24-9. And it was about Garoppolo getting into settling into the quarterback position. He was tight. He was on point. He was right on the money. And it was a big night for San Francisco and Santa Clara, California. Beautiful stadium. Levi Stadium. I used to live in California. That's a beautiful place. And so I think it's 50 miles. Yeah, 50 miles outside of San Fran. But yeah, they took it to the Rams. And let me just say, my boy Deebo Samuel, he's a beast. He continued to show he's a beast. Running over people, getting the pass, running for a touchdown, running over, like I said, running over Jalen Ramsey. My bad. Jalen Ramsey, I told you. He said, get out of my way, Jalen Ramsey, and just ran through him. Give it up to Deebo. Give it up. And where was Aaron Donald? Yeah, they did a piece on Aaron Donald. He was ready to retire last year. He only came back because he said he loved the confetti of the being world champion. He came back. Well, guess what? Y'all stink. Y'all stink. And Stafford throws a pick 6 as well. I said, Stafford, you showing your wares, showing your true colors as you were in Detroit. And even the coach, McVay, couldn't even believe the way Stafford was playing. Guess what? That's his true colors. So it was a beat down. And let me give a shout out to Shanahan again. My boy, Kyle Shanahan, coach. I just love his play calling. I just love the way he's using the skilled athletes. What's his name? The other wide receiver, Iruka, starts with the I don't have his name right now. But he has stepped up big time. The other wide receiver was Debo. And again, they got fantastic tight end. Of course, my boy, and the defense. Oh, the defense stepped up big time. Nick Bosa. Man, they were just so physical. Challenged him up front. So yeah, that was a big win. And yes, like I said, it was probably in the best interest that Trey Lance went down and Garofalo, Mr. Easy, Mr. Cool Garofalo, he flakes it off. He said, y'all gonna need me. Now he's stepping up. He's not the greatest. He's gonna make both hand mistakes, but he knows the system so well, and the Shanahan system. So yeah, my boy Kyle Shanahan, Debo Samuel, Garofalo and the boys, they're gonna go far once they settle in even more. So there you go. 49ers over Rams. Let me move on. Let me give you some score. Vikings over Saints 28-25. That was really a great game. It was over in England. Dalvin Cook looked good. Thielen caught a lot of passes. Oh my gosh, caught several passes. It was tied 25-25 until a field goal by the Vikings. Let me just say, Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints was all on Justin Jefferson, but Jefferson eventually got a touchdown. That was a great matchup, and even the Honey Badger got his first interception. Who started for the Saints was Andy Dalton. Formerly of the Bengals. Andy Dalton got his start, and let me just say, Chris Olave looked great. And let me just say, Latavius Murray, running back for the Saints, even look. I didn't know where he was. And then they realized they had to run him. Bring in Latavius Murray. He was sitting the bench. Give me a break. He was a number 1 running back for several years. So the Saints are starting to find their groove. They made it a really great game. But the Vikings pulled it out. Next, Falcons beat the Browns. Yes, Marcus Mariota, Cordell Patterson, taken to Jacoby Brissett, run touchdown, and the Browns, they win 23-20. Thank you, Marcus. Oh, let me just say, the Commanders lose against the Cowboys. Commanders are bad. Commanders look bad behind Wentz. And Cowboys really didn't have no problems with Cooper Rush as the quarterback. Pollard looking great, but it's really Wentz sucks. Through 2 interceptions. And let me just say, the Commanders' dark uniforms look stank. I don't like the Commanders' generic dark uniforms. Their black uniforms with the writing in there. That was contrived. It was seemed like one of those standard boilerplate uniforms. Commanders, dark uniforms, not commanding at all. And Wentz is going to be done this year. And I don't know what Ron Rivera's thinking about with that team. Too much talent. And you got the brothers out there, Samuel. And you got the other wide receiver, number 1 wide receiver. He's not getting the ball. They just look bad. So, Cowboys won an easy one. Seahawks, Lions. My Lions lose another one. The Lions lose another one, 48-45. 48. They gave up 48 points. Let me just say, Aaron Glenn, as defensive coordinator, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. The defense totally broke down. Jared Goff was looking good, okay, but I think he threw a pick. Jamal Williams looked great, running 2 touchdowns. Let me say, Hackinson, Hackinson tight end, scored 2 touchdowns, really stepped up, but the running game, Rashad Penny for the Seahawks running all over the Lions. What's that, Rashad Penny from the Seahawks? And even Geno was elevating his game. Come on. Dang, Lions. I felt sorry for Campbell. They're 1-3 now. My Detroit Lions. All the swag doing HBO. All the swag doing HBO Hard Knock. He's going out the window. You gotta finish game. You gotta put the pride out there. Oh man, I hope they turn it around fast. There's gonna be some heads rolling in Detroit. Come on, Detroit. I'm still with you. Lions. I still got that passion, but the passion, it goes. And when you don't bring in the game, so Lions lose again. Chargers beat the Texans 34-24. My boy Justin Herbert got on the roll again without Keenan Allen. Eckler scores 2 touchdowns. Khalil Mack, my boy, Khalil Mack. All over the field. Joey Bosa, Joey or Nick Bosa, I forget which one. The older one, he was injured. But the Chargers, hey, let me just say, Curran James, the safety, he's so good. He is so commanding. He's always around the ball. Give it up to my boy, Curran James. Love his safety position. Yeah, the Beatles used to play safety too. And so I watched the corners and the safeties. Curran James, dang, he is just so good. So Chargers win 34-24. Titans beat the Colts, my Indy Colts, 24-17. They just let Derrick Henry run all over the Colts. Come on! I told you in Football 101, Derrick Henry days are over. But these teams are just allowing Derrick Henry to get ahead of steam. And now the coach is positioning Derrick Henry not just as the eye back, he's positioning on the side and everything. He's being a little bit more creative. And Tannehill, they even made Tannehill look good. Tannehill was running crazy. And fumbled by Taylor, the running back. He's not running well. And Matty Ice, he just looks old. He just looks old. It just takes him longer to set up. And he easily fumbles the ball in the pocket. One and done. One and done. So the Colts are 1-2-1. And the Titans are 2-2. I can't believe the Titans are 2-2. So lucky. So next game, Giants beat the Bears. Yes, Giants beat the Bears 20-12. And my boy Saquon Barkley, he's back. He's totally back. Did you see him running, making moves inside, outside, looking too good? And Daniel Jones was running, but Daniel Jones got hurt. Then they had to bring in Tyrod Taylor. And Tyrod Taylor came in, and then Tyrod Taylor back up to Daniel Jones got hurt. He had a concussion, so Daniel Jones had to come back in. And the Giants still won the game. Let me just say, Justin Fields is still learning. It was a crazy ending at the end. Justin Fields still learning. Still learning. What can I say? He looks good at times. Doesn't look great. He looks good. But he still got ways to go. And the entire Bears team. But the Giants The Giants look they just gotta be there. They don't look spectacular, but what's his head coach? I think it's Brian Daboll. He just making the right calls. So give it up to the New York. Give it up to New York Giants. I give it up to you, Eli Manning, and the Giants. So yeah, Giants get another win. Oh, Jaguars, Eagles, close game. Eagles had to come back and win this game. Jaguars came out jamming. Lawrence was in command. And again, I saw that the Eagles picked up Trey Sermon, running back, used to be with the San Francisco 49ers. Now he's with the Eagles, and Trey Sermon was running back at the Ohio State University. And I was waiting for some team to pick him up because he's a top-notch running back. So it's nice to see him with the Eagles. And of course, my boy Jalen Hurts throwing down, bringing him back. A.J. Brown being Mr. Fiscal, pulling out the win. But I give props to the Jaguars going on the road, taking on the Eagles, and really they were up 14-0 in the first quarter. But the Eagles had to simmer down, get Sanders running, bring in Trey Sermon, and score the points where they needed to score. So again, the Eagles are 4-0, the only 4-0 team in the league. And I told you in football 101, that my Eagles fly, are ready this year. And even Jalen Hurts was on the Manning broadcast Monday Night Football. Yeah, Jalen Hurts showed up to Peyton and Eli's broadcast and throwing down some stuff. It even showed where, Jalen Hurts learned how to make Philly cheesesteak. Like I said, when you go to Philly, you got to learn how to eat the food. And Jalen Hurts had to learn how to make a Philly cheesesteak. The Philly cheesesteak. Fly, Eagle, fly. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Peyton, for showing Jalen Hurts. He's connecting to the Philly crowd, the Philly atmosphere, the Philly culture. That's what I'm talking about. Next game, Jets beat the Steelers. Yes, Jets beat the Steelers. The Steelers are in a quandary right now. They had to bench, unfortunately. Trubisky brought in Pinkett. And yes, you knew it was going to happen. I told you, he's from Pittsburgh. And Mike Tomlin is under pressure, big time pressure. So it's enough of the trying to be nice to and bring in the better quarterback, which Trubisky really is. And let's just bring in Pickett because the Pittsburgh crowd, we love you. Pittsburgh crowd wanted Pickett, so you're going to get Pickett the rest of the season. So I think their next game is against Buffalo. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. But the Jets win this game 24-20. Breece Hall was running well, and Zach Wilson, the quarterback, young quarterback, taking over from taking over from my boy. I forget his name right now. I'll get his name. Super Bowl quarterback one time. I'll get it. But Zach Wilson, he scores a touchdown. Flacco, that's his name. Flacco. I told you I'm gonna get it. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, the Beatles still can remember stuff. I'm just throwing stuff. Guy's name coming here and going, I gotta do all this. Matter of fact, I'm going off target. Flacco, I was just watching the Super Bowl several years ago when the here it comes. I'm off script now. When the Ravens beat the 49ers and with the Harbaugh versus Harbaugh Super Bowl, and Flacco was a rookie and he beat Kaepernick. and that was the last game for my boy Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis was crying. He would finish. But yeah, Flacco was MVP of that Super Bowl. So I was watching that this past week. But let me get back. I digress. But I mentioned Zach Wilson starting now, And the first touchdown that he made, that was a throwback to Zach Wilson. He makes the catch in the end zone, and guess what Zach Wilson does? The first thing he does, he throws the ball out. He does the gritty. Yeah, Zach Wilson, BYU grad. Yeah, first time he scores a touchdown, I'm doing the gritty. That's all they got. I think he's just still so young. It's still so immature. But once he settled down, he could be an elite quarterback. Seriously, once he settles down, he could be an elite quarterback. But he just wanted to show off, I can do the gritty. I can do the gritty. I'm back starting. I can do the gritty. Simmer down, Zach. So the Jets went in 24-20 over the lame Steelers. Mike Tomlin's going to just do all types of stuff just to save his job this year. But it's going to get ugly in Pittsburgh, just letting you know. Next, Cardinals beat the Panthers 26-16. Kyle Murray comes back and play. They were actually down in this game. And J.J. Watt. Yeah, J.J. Watt was called out this past week. And J.J. said, I'm still doing it. Brings in the sack, knocks the ball, batted ball. Yeah, and even at the end of the game, when the owner came down, Bidwell was happy about this game next to the coach, Kingsbury, and they pulled out a great win. They settled down and got into their game, and it was just too much Kyler Murray. They were just too fat. Baker Mayfield, his days are numbered. Interception. Oh, Lavu was doing a great job, the linebacker for the Panthers, and McCaffrey was looking good, looking great. He was carrying the team. He actually scored a touchdown at the very end. Panthers had contact off. I mean, come on. The Panthers could have pulled that game out. At least McCaffrey stepped up, and it's just that Matt Rule. He's just a horrible coach. I told you, he's got to go. It's just pathetic. They're not playing for the head coach anymore. Again, like I said, you see him in the press conference. He's clueless. He doesn't have a clue where this team is going to go. These guys are just playing for themselves now. And even though McCaffrey knows, he's going to be dealt. They got to deal McCaffrey off this team now, because he's just lingering injuries, and he's not dependable. But when he plays, he's up there, so they got to get the most out of McCaffrey. And McCaffrey, he wants to leave now. You can just see it. He's just, the way the team is gone, he just wants to leave. And it's going to be a fire sale. It's going to be a fire sale with this team. It's that bad. It is really bad with the Panthers right now. So they lose. Patriots, Packers. This went into overtime, and the Patriots started with Brian Hoyer, their backup quarterback, and Mac Jones could not start. And then they actually brought out, Bailey Zappy. Bailey Zappy, third-string quarterback, was beating Aaron Rodgers, the puppet master. The puppet master was getting beat by Bailey Zappy. Let me say this again. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were getting beat by third-string quarterback Bailey Zappy. I don't make this up. This is that funny. And Bailey Zappy was jamming. And it wasn't for a 40-yard field goal in overtime that the Packers win. But Bailey Zappy was doing a number on Aaron Rodgers. It's bad in Packerland when a Bailey Zappy, third-string quarterback for the New England Patriots are beating your tail. There you go, puppet master. So there you go. Patriots lose that one. Packers win that one. Broncos, Raiders finally got off the schneid, winning 33. I think it was 33-23. Derek Carr finally getting that ball into Devonte Adams' hands again and again. And Patrick Surtain was matched up with Devonte all throughout the game. This was a great matchup. It was toe for toe. Toe for toe. It was in your mouth and in the face. I love the matchup. The run attack was good. Oh, Josh Jacobs. Wow, he was just jamming. Josh Jacobs really saved the Raiders offense again and again and again. And so I really like the way the Raiders responded to this, to their game, and that was the bottom line. And of course, my boy, oh yes, my boy Russell Wilson, he was getting back in the fold. Let's ride. They almost pulled it out, but they just didn't have enough. Their one of their wide receivers, a running back, went down. What you call him? The other running back, he just fumbled again and again and again. I mean, no reliable running attack right now for Russell Wilson, and they're still discombobulated. But they're 2-2. Fortunate to be 2-2, and the Raiders finally get off the side. I think the Raiders will find their rhythm now. They just need to get that win, get that monkey off their back, and now feature Devonte Adams. It's that simple. It is that simple. It's not feature Devonte, run Josh. Josh Jacobs. And Derek Carr, don't make any bonehead play. Don't think that you have to save the world. Just get the ball out of your hands. So there you go. I think I went on time. The key takeaway from week number 4 is that for my Bucks, they're disjointed right now, and sad to see, but they'll get the ship together. They'll get the ship together, one way or another. Brady's going to call out folks. Top Bulls, step up. Become the full manager, full head coach. My 49ers, Deebo Samuel. Yes, y'all still stepping up. Excuse me, y'all still stepping up. And and of course, I forgot the big game. Oh, the big game. I'm sorry, I'm almost finished. This is the game that I was saving. The most controversial game was, excuse me. Oh no. I'm trying to get through this, folks. Hold on. Was the Ravens versus the Bills. The Bills win this 23-20. Excuse me. Under a controversial blown call, John Harbaugh decides to go with the analytics and goes for 4th down and tries to score a touchdown. They do not score it. They end, and the Bills get the ball back. They take it all the way down the field and kick a field goal. For the life of me, Harbaugh, take the points. I know your defense hasn't stopped the Bills all game long, but take the points. Analytics. Come on, man. I'm not even going to get riled up about this. Analytics. That's when analytics bite you in the butt. Play old school, think old school, be old school. John Harbaugh, you are old school. It's that simple. No, it's that simple. So that was a big controversy. Now the Bills are 3-1, and the Ravens are 2-2. So again, big controversy. Exciting games. We make it through the first. I made it through this broadcast. See, I told you, this is the battle. I'm gonna make it through. This is week number 4. I keep bringing it like I always bring it. Back in the day, we still bringing it. We still bringing the NFL, and yes, college football. Yes, LSU won this back. Arkansas got beat by Bama. And Texas A&M took it on the chin. Hey, it's college football. Things happen. It's unpredictable. And the bonehead, Kentucky almost won, but they had so many turnovers on their last drive. Allowed, University of Mississippi win that game. That was silly. And I'm very impressed by the University of Michigan. I saw University of Michigan play against whichever team. They're very impressive, very impressive. U of M, Jim Harbaugh has his team playing, and they're defense is very physical. So there's a quick shout out to college football, Big Ten. And let me say the Pac-10 is looking good. USC looking good. UCLA looking good. So don't discount the Pac-10 or Pac-12. The Pac-12. I saw those games late on Saturday night. Very impressive. So big shout out to the Pac-12. And so there's going to be some great games coming this weekend. So stay tuned. This is Beetle. I'm going to keep on bringing it like I always bring it. Just like it is on Football 101. And as I say at the very end, let's